Here we are again with Anne and Michelle from MediChefs, and what we're going to do this time is a quinoa and black bean bowl with some Mexican influences and different slaws and salsas, and I'm just overwhelmed by all the colors right away. There's so many different colors, and can't wait for you to show me what we're going to do here.
Okay, so we're going to utilize the food processor. This time we're going to use a couple different blades to make things a little bit easier. And I'm just going to place, this is the slicing blade, and you're going to grab some of that. So let's place our bowl over here for now while we create the other components of our meal. So let's take some of the cabbage, and you're going to just place the cabbage inside the chute, feed it in.
Inside the middle there? All right. Very good. All right, so it's a quick way to chop up the cabbage.
Quick way to chop up the cabbage, and you can see it's a nice uniform.
There you go. All right. Yep, everything is about the same size. We just dump it in the bowl here?
Dump it in the bowl.
Very good.
And next up we're going to switch over to a shredding blade.
Okay.
And this is for the carrots. And we've chosen to use rainbow carrots. I think one of the greatest rules to creating a healthy meal is to cook with the rainbow.
Right.
And the more colors you have on the plate,
Right.
the more vitamins and minerals you're likely to consume.
So
it's an
true.
easy rule to follow.
Yeah, we
So-
can get into the same pattern of eating the same vegetables over and over. And I love green vegetables, but if all you're eating are green vegetables, you're missing out on all the other phytochemicals and phytonutrients from the rest of the rainbow. So I'm glad you brought that up. I love to see all the colors out here and the multicolored carrots. So
Okay,
what
so
do we
let's
do?
start with those carrots.
So I have to be honest, I don't actually own a food processor, but after
Yes.
working with you today, I'm going to go get one right now because I see how easy it
It
makes
makes
things.
everything
Yeah.
so much easier.
All right, that's on my shopping list now.
Yeah.
Can we dump these out?
Yep, so you just
Okay.
turn it and dump it, and mix it. And then you can get in there and actually,
Scoop some out. Okay.
so now we have this lovely bowl of colorful cruciferous and carrots, and it's crunchy and it's sweet and it's beautiful to look at. We're going to make a slightly spicy dressing with a little bit of veganese, which is a healthy form of mayo, and this happens to be the soy-free version. It has no eggs. These are chipotle chilies and adobo sauce,
All right.
and we're going to start nice and mild because you can always add more.
Now I'm a little bit of a wimp when it comes to the spices, I can admit that, but that's what I like about these recipes is that you can really dial in however much spice you want and however much flavor you want in it. So
Yes.
I appreciate you starting light for me.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we're going to add just a little bit of this already pre-mixed Mexican flavoring. So this is cumin and paprika and oregano, and
Nice.
it's a really lovely blend. Just going to mix that up. It gives it a pretty color, and I'm sure you can smell it.
You can smell it out, yeah, right away. And I like how we're making this as you said, a meatless Monday version. But what's great about vegetable-based cooking is that it can be an omnivore vegetable-based cooking, which means you make the veggies the primary focus. But then if you want, you can always add some meat, chicken,
Absolutely.
fish, whatever you want later. So
Absolutely.
if this is what you're making and you want to add some meat, then you pick up a rotisserie chicken on your way home and you just pull it apart and throw some chicken on there, and you just add even more to it. All right, and then we'll put a little cilantro in next, right?
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch,
That
okay.
looks great. So now we have the crunchy slaw portion of our bowl, and we can plate that.
So we add that right onto the bed of quinoa.
Yeah, we're just going to add a little mound next to the beans. Next up is a avocado and mango salsa. So one of the ways that you can dice a mango is you can slice off the edge of it, and then you score it straight down in somewhat close together lines, going in opposite direction. scoring again. And then pressing back against the peel.
Very
and
good.
You have all these little pieces to get us started. So Michelle, can you hand me that bowl? Thank you. Yeah.
That's so much easier than trying to get the peel off, and yeah, I like that way.
Yeah,
That
and
looks
then you
good.
can just go in and push it off the skin.
All right.
And this mango smells delicious.
I like how the mango is going to add the sweetness, which is going to contrast well with the little spicy that you have from the chipotle. It's going to be a very good mix.
Absolutely. Would you like to try the same technique with your avocado?
Oh, you use the same technique with the avocado. All right.
Same technique.
Very good. I'm a big fan of avocados. I think avocado should be on everything. It's one of the healthiest fats you can have and really adds to the flavor.
So you're going to score it.
Score it. All right, in both directions.
Both directions. Keeping a nice uniform shape, which you are doing beautifully.
All right.
And then you can either use your hands or a spoon and scoop it out.
Now scoop it. Very good.
We're going to add a little bit of red onion.
All
So
right.
you can just take a pinch.
Oh, just a
So
pinch of it. Okay.
And the same with the green onion.
Okay. Green onion. Pinch of the green onion. Very
And
good.
some cilantro.
Okay. Now add some cilantro. A little pinch of that. Very good.
Some salt.
A little more pinch of Himalayan sea salt.
And then we're going to squeeze some fresh lime.
All right. Oh.
Okay, looks good. We add it to our bowl.
Yep. All right. The bowl is really taking shape now.
Okay, next up is our tomato salsa.
All right. So we're gonna have two different types of salsa. So one of the things that I think really makes it easier is if you can prepare things ahead of time. And that's something that we're doing as best we can now, is to have everything cut and out in front of you. So when you're mixing everything together, it's all right there. You don't have to go looking for things and kind of wonder if you forgot everything. So of course it helps to have your own two personal professional chefs, which you don't always have, but you can do all this ahead of time and have it all ready. And then also sort of clean up as you go, so you're not left with a big pile of dishes at the end, which doesn't make it much fun. But if you can prepare ahead of time and clean as you go, it makes it a much smoother process. And one of the other things I like to talk about is the importance of quality of your ingredients. And when it comes to vegetables, one of the main focus is on organic vegetables. And of course, if you can buy organic as much as possible, I think that's a good thing. It can get more expensive, so that's when it's important to know the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. The Dirty Dozen is the 12 dirtiest of the vegetables that are found to have the most pesticides in them. And it seems like spinach is always at the top of that list. I don't think anything we're really dealing with here for this recipe is on the Dirty Dozen.
It is not.
Okay. And then there's the Clean 15, that fruits and vegetables that tend to have the least amount of pesticides, and avocado is one of those. So if you're looking to save a little money and not get something organic, avocado might be one of them.
And onion.
And onion
is
as
on
well.
yeah.
Okay, very good. That's good to know. And that's important to keep in mind when you're shopping. Really focus on organic for the Dirty Dozen as best you can.
Particularly if you have children that you're feeding fruit to, because some
Right.
of the most common fruits, grapes, apples, strawberries,
Yeah.
those are all on that Dirty Dozen list.
Very good point.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to compose a fresh tomato salsa.
All right.
And we have some chopped tomato for you and some cilantro. You can begin placing that in the bowl.
Okay. Very good.
Michelle has prepped a little bit more tomatoes, some green onions,
So we got the green onions, the red onions, the tomatoes, and the cilantro all in there together. Okay, thank you.
a sprinkle of salt,
All right, a pinch of the Himalayan salt.
and a quick little mix.
All right. Then we add that to our bowl.
And we're going to put that
Wow, look at this bowl. This is incredible. All right, right like that.
Beautiful. And then as a last garnish, maybe right in the middle, make a little space for some broccoli sprouts, which are nutrient dense, absolutely delicious.
Oh. And what I love about this is the kind of meal that you can take pride in serving, and how it looks, and the nutritional value, and how it tastes. I mean, that hits all the big three.
Yes, it does.
That's great.
Yeah.
And here we are with our finished products. These look fantastic, and I can't wait to taste them, so I'm not going to wait any longer. I'll start with the salmon here. That is good. Right away, you get the crunchiness of the pistachios and the flavor of the pesto and the salmon in there. I'm going in for one more. Hang on a second. That was really good. You gotta try making this. It was so easy. There was no cutting or chopping. It was all in the food processor. You put it right on the salmon. Tons of flavor. Lots of great ingredients. All natural and healthy and fantastic. So I'm gonna make that more for sure. All right, now I'm gonna go over to the bowl here. And I don't know where to start here. Everything looks so good. I'll start with a little bit of the coleslaw and get some of the quinoa in there. So good. Again, the crunch of the coleslaw mixed with the quinoa underneath, and then get some of the beans and the avocado mango salsa. And just a lime in there. The mix of flavors is so good. We just keep going. We get the other salsa on the other side. This is fantastic. And one of the things I love about this bowl is with all the different components, you can prepare them all ahead of time. And then just when it's dinner time, you just mix them all together. And this bowl is good to serve probably 4 people almost. Or you can make it a smaller portion for fewer people. And if you have leftovers of each of the individual components, you can use them for other recipes. So I think that's fantastic. The mix of components, prepare it ahead of time, and use your leftovers. Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you both so much for coming today. This was a great lesson for me on how to make such great looking and tasting meals, and it really wasn't that hard. It was not a lot of preparation, and just fantastic results, and very healthy, vegetable based, just overflowing with nutrients. So thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
All right. So try this. You guys have to make this at home. You're going to thank us for it.